Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello students, welcome back. Now we are going to start with a new topic in data handling, that is circle graph or pie chart. These are the two names given to the thing that we are going to discuss now. So it is also one way of representing the data, right? So it is known as circle graph or pie chart. So what we are doing is, here you see a circle, right? So using a circle, we will represent a data. That means that data will not be in tabular form now. Data is going to be in a circular form now, right? So here you see a chart is made. So the time spent by a child during a day. We know in a day we have 24 hours in total, right? Out of those, the student is spending, or the student or the child sleeps 8 hours a day. Right, 8 hours is the number of hours that he is sleeping out of 24 hours. So this is 8 hours. Then he goes to school for 6 hours. That is the information depicted here. For playing he spends 3 hours. Then for homework, doing the homework, he is spending 4 hours. And then at last other things including 3 hours are spent on other activities, right? So if I have to find out the fraction, right, that means for sleeping, if I find out the fraction of sleeping, right, it will be 24 hours there are in total, and out of those 8 hours he is sleeping. That means 8 ones are, and 8 to the 16, 8 threes are 24. We get 1 upon 3. So that means I say 1/3 of the day the child sleeps. Clear? We say 1/3 of the day the child is sleeping, or he is utilizing the 1/3 of the complete day as a sleeping time. So actually what does pie chart or circle graph represents? It represents a part of the whole, right? Whole is this complete circle and it is representing a part of it. Clear? So what does a pie chart or a circle graph represent? It represents the information in the circle, right? And it also gives us the fraction. And suppose I have to tell that I have to calculate the angle. The complete angle at the center will be 360 degrees, right? And 1/3 of 360, if we calculate 1/3 of 360, so we get that it is 120 degrees. So this angle, if we measure, would come out to be 120 degrees. Clear? So we can, express it in terms of angles. We can express it as percentage. We can express it as a fraction. So this is giving us a data in fraction form also, in percentage also, in terms of angle also. So circle graph and pie chart is this thing, right? Let us take one more example. Here is another example which showing age groups of people in town, right? So there are 50,000 people who are between the age 15 to 60, right? 50,000 people. And if we take the age group 0 to 14, then it is 30,000, and 20,000 are 60 years and above, right? So what we are doing is we are dividing the whole circle in sectors. You see, this is sector, this is sector, this is sector. So these are all sectors, and we divide the circle into different sectors in proportions of the quantities given. So whole circle is divided into sectors, and a circle graph shows the relationship between a whole and its parts. So this complete is whole, right? The circle is counted as a whole part, and these are its parts. That means inside it there are 3 things, right? 3 age groups, 15 to 60, 0 to 14, and then 60 years and above. Clear? So like this the data is to be represented. We are also going to form different pie charts, circle graphs, or we would be reading how, like if I ask you that what information does this circle graph is giving us. So this circle graph is giving us the information about number of people in different age groups of a town, right? So like this we would be asking, we would be asked some questions, and we would be asked some questions and we have to answer based on it, as in the case of bar graph, double bar graph, histogram we have done. Let us now start here. Just to see, this one is a very simple question, okay, and it is going to ask us a very basic question. Just see, each of the following pie charts gives you a different piece of information about your class. So we see here are two parts, right? They both are giving us different information. Like I say 50% are girls, 50% are boys, or I say half of the students are girls, half of the students are boys, because if we calculate, remove the percentage sign and calculate in terms of fraction, 50 upon 100 is 1 upon 2 and 50 upon 100 is 1 upon 2. So half classes, that means there are equal number of boys and girls, half of them are boys and half of them are girls, right? Now they're asking find the fraction of the circle representing each of these information. So we will write fraction of each information, that means first one is fraction of boys we will calculate. So fraction of boys is 50 upon 100, that is 1 upon 2, and similar to it we can calculate fraction of girls, right? Fraction of girls would also be 50 upon 100 and that is going to be 1 upon 2. So 50 upon 100 gives us 1 upon 2. So the fraction of the information is this. That means number of boys and number of girls is equal. It is half. 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, the fraction for these. Clear? In the second part, they are asking transport to school. So that means what means of transport the students, whether it's a girl or a boy, is using to go to school. So the first one we see here is 20%, right? 20% they are using cycling. They go by cycling. So we say what percentage or what fraction, what percentage of students are going by a cycle? So it is 20%. If I ask percentage of student, or I say like a fraction of, the first thing that I calculate, fraction of students, okay, going by cycle, right? So who are doing the cycling and going to school? 20%. 20 upon 100. So we get 1 upon 5. So there are 1/5 of students of your class who goes by cycling. Then we can also calculate fraction of students, okay, going by walking, okay, going by walking. That means they're going to school by walking. How much percentage is given? 40%. So we will write 40 divided by 100, and when we cancel it, we get 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. So 2 upon 5th, right? 2 upon 5th part out of the complete one, students are going by walking to school. The last one is bus or car. Similar to this, you can calculate for bus and car also. It will also be 40%. That means it is also 2 upon 5th. Right. So these are the fractions that we are going to tell, and it is only asked in the question. As you see in the previous question, what we are asked to find the fraction of circle representing each of the information. So we are finding fraction of the information. So we have the information student going by cycle, student going by bus or car, and student going by walk. Clear? Let us move to the next one. The third, love or hate mathematics. Oh, that's quite interesting. So as we see here, it is good to see that love percentage for mathematics is more and for hate it is less, and I hope this 15% also reduces. So 15% is hate. That means out of 100%, how much we are left with? So we are left with 85%. That means 85% of the students are loving mathematics. They love maths, and 15% have a feeling of hatred for mathematics, right? So we will write fraction of students who love mathematics or who love math. How much? 85%. So 85 upon 100. You can convert it into the simplest form. So let us convert it. 5 2s are 10, 0, 5 1s are 5, 5 7s are 35. So 17 upon 20. This is the fraction. And if we calculate fraction of students who hate math, right, it would be 15 upon 100. That gives us 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10 upon 0. Right? If you add these two, you will total, if you add these, you get 1. Right? So what we are showing here is that fraction of students who love maths and fraction of students who hate math, that we have shown here, and this was the question that they were asking us. So what we have done now we are able to read the information or interpret the result, or I say reach on to the conclusion using this graph only, or I say pie chart only. Clear? Let us move ahead now. Here is another kind of question that is asking, answer the following question based on the pie chart given below. Which type of program are viewed the most? Let us first have a look on pie chart and see what it is asking. Okay, what the information is it giving? See, there are different kind of channels. Entertainment channel is being watched by 50% of the people. Then sports it is 25%. News it is 15% only. And informative it is 10% only, right? So they are now asking which type of programs are viewed the most. Most of the programs, like so most of the people who are watching the program, it is the entertainment one, right? We see it is 50%, the maximum percentage out of all, so it will be 50%, right? It is 50%. And what is the program name? It is entertainment. Clear? So entertainment channels are being mostly watched. The second is which two types of program have same number of viewers equal to those watching sports channel. So which of the two program are there whose percentage, if we add, it is becoming equal to the sports percentage. So it is news, right, and informative channels. When we add these two, we get 15% plus 10%, that is 25%. So it is equal to the percentage of sports. So which are the two channels, or the which we add and get the percentage equal to sports? It is news channel and informative channel. Clear? So like this we answer the different questions. Let us move to the next one. Now see here, drawing pie charts. How do we draw pie charts? In previous two questions, or from starting, what we have discussed, what I have taught you, how to read the information from the bar graph, from the pie chart, and how to reach on to the conclusion using the pie charts or the circle graph. Now here is one thing, a table given to us. Flavors are given and percentage of students preferring the flavors. So there are three, most, or I say favorite flavors, 2 or 3 given here. Chocolate is the favorite flavor for like 50% of the student prefers to have chocolate. 25% of the students prefer to have vanilla as the flavored as the ice cream flavor. 25% of the students like other flavors other than chocolate and vanilla. So if I see 50%, then if I calculate the fraction of it, it is 1 by 2. And if I calculate 25 upon 100, that means for vanilla, if I calculate, it is 25 upon 100, that is 1 upon 4. And the third one is again 25%, so it is also 1 upon 4. So we get 1 upon 2, 1 upon 4, 1 upon 4. Now to draw the pie chart, always what we will do is we'll calculate the fractions, we'll calculate the angles, and then we are going to draw a circle and make the pie chart. So let us have a complete idea of it and write the figures properly. So what we will do is I'll just make a table here. So if you see, this is suppose a table with us, and in the first one we will write flavors, right? Then we have percentage of students. Okay, then we will find out fraction of students, and the last one we will find out the angle. Okay, so this is the table that we are going to form here, and we see that the flavors given are like this. First one is chocolate, the second is vanilla, and the third is other flavors, right? So for chocolate it is given as 50%. For these two we have been provided with 25%, as I can show you the question. Just see, this was the table given in the question, the same I have written. Now using these percentages, I will form the fractions. So 50 upon 100 will give us 1 upon 2, 25 upon 100 we will get 1 upon 4, and the last one also 25 upon 100 will give us 1 by 4. Now how to find out the angle? Now we know the central angle is going to be 360 degrees. So half of 360 degrees, we know it is 180 degrees. So for the first one, that means for chocolate, in the circle we should have the angle as 180 degree. And then 1/4 of 360, we know it is 90 degrees. The last one also will come out to be 90 degrees, right? So what we will do is, we'll draw a circle of any radius and let this be the center, okay, and I'm naming it as OA. Let this be the radius. So it is not mandatory that some specific radius would be given. You can draw a circle of any radius of your choice. It's just that we have to represent the information in the form of a graph. Now we see that in the form of a circle. Now we see that for chocolate, how much is the angle? 180 degree. You're going to put the protector here and make the angle of 180 degree. Definitely it is going to be a straight triangle, right? So this angle would be 180 degree. That means a semicircle would be made and you will get 180 degrees. The rest two are 90 degrees each. So just we can, use the protector at this point now, and then we can, make angle of 90 degrees. It will be definitely, somewhere like this, and 90 degree we are going to get. So let this point be C. So we have this one for chocolate, right? The other two are, this is for others and this is for vanilla, right? Because both the percentages are same in this case, in these two cases, vanilla and others. Clear? So this is how we make the pie chart, right? One by one we are going to form all the angles, right? So like you got 180 degrees, then you are going to put your protector at point B, and then using this line OB as the base, you are going to make now 90 degree angle and so on. So this is here only 3 angles were there. Definitely you will get questions in which many angles would be there, different types of angle would be there. So that we are going to draw. But the purpose of this example is just to teach you how to draw a pie chart or a circle graph. Here, let us move ahead now. So here if you see what is given, it is said that adjoining pie chart gives the expenditure in percentage. Expenditure means the money spent, right, on various items and saving of a family during a month. So during a month, what are the expenditures and what percentage he or she is saving in the family. So they're asking the first thing, as we can see here, for education of children it is 15%, for food 25%, for clothes 10%, savings 15%, others 20%, transport 5%, house rent 10%. The first part is saying on which item the expenditure was maximum, right? So the maximum expenditure, what is the maximum percentage that we can see? It is 25%, right? So which item? Food. Food is the item and percentage is 25%, that is highest of all of these, right? So the item on which the expenditure is maximum is food. The next one is expenditure on which item is equal to the total savings of the family. Expenditure on which item is equal to the total savings. So expenditure and saving are equal. So saving is equal to how much percentage? 15%, right? And it is equal to what? Education, because education is also 15%. So which is the item that is equal to the saving? It is education, right? Because on education 15% is spent and the saving is also 15%. Now they are saying if the monthly saving of the family is rupees 3000, right? 3000 means 15%. If you understand here, right? This is a question, very simple question, and asked in a molded form. They're asking if the monthly saving of the family is rupees 3000. That means the family is saving 3000 rupees. What is the monthly expenditure on clothes? So for clothes we have to calculate. Now we know that 3000 rupees, 3000. This comes under 15%, right? That means 3000 is forming 15%, or I say 15% is equal to rupees 3000. Then what about 1%? 1% is rupees 3000 upon 15. Yes or no? Right? Unitary method I am using. And I have to check for clothes. For clothes, what is the percentage given? 10%. So what I have to calculate? If I know for 1%, definitely I can calculate for 10%. So we are going to multiply now it with 10. So 10% will be equal to rupees 3000 divided by 15 multiplied with 10, right? So let us get 15 ones are 15 twos are 30, then 0 0. So we are getting rupees 2000. So on clothes the expenditure is equal to rupees 2000. Clear? So the answer, final answer would be rupees 2000. So this is how we are going to calculate the expenditure, right? We did not know the total money earned, we don't know anything. Still, if one thing is given, we can calculate everything. So the monthly saving was given as rupees 3000, and we were asked about the monthly expenditure on clothes in terms of rupees only, not as a percentage. As a percentage, it is already given. We have converted into rupees. Clear? So this is how we solve the questions, or use the pie chart, or I say the circle graph, to depict the information, to analyze the data, to interpret the results, to reach on to the conclusions. Clear? Let's move ahead now. Here also there is a question that you can see. On a particular day, the sales in rupees it is of different items of a baker's shop are given below. Here is a table shown and we have to draw a pie chart for this data. So just see, ordinary bread it is 320. So fruit bread it is 80. Cakes and pastries 160. Biscuits 120. Others 40. And total money that is there is 720. So what we can do is, first thing, for drawing the pie chart, what we learned, we'll find out the fraction, and the second thing that we have learned is we are going to find out the angle for it, right? That what part of angle that particular item will contain out of 360. Clear? So let us find out first the fractions. Okay. So if it is 320, what will be the fraction of it? If it is 320, if it is 320, it will be 320 upon 720. Like this, we are going to find out the fraction. For 80 upon 720, then we will have 160 upon 720, 120 upon 720, and the last one is 40 upon 720. Like this, we will find out the fraction, and then we will find out the angles, right? So let us first find out the fraction, right? So fraction I am writing, okay, and then here I will find angle. So what is the fraction? First fraction for the ordinary bread, it is 320 upon 720, and when we cancel it, we can cancel it with 8 4s are 32, and 8 9 it is 72. 4 upon 9 is the first one, and angle, this is the fraction 4 upon 9, angle will be 4 upon 9 of 360 degrees, and we see 9 4s are 36, so we have 160 degrees. So as I have found for one, you can all find for all these of them, right? And the table would look like as, so this will be the form of table. As already told, for ordinary bread it was 320, so we calculated the first one, right? Similarly, we have calculated others. If it is 120, 120 upon 720, which is the total one. So we got the fraction as 1 upon 6, and 1 upon 6 of 360 is 60 degrees. So like this, we have calculated all these 5 things and the corresponding angles. So how to draw the graph now, or how to draw the pie chart now? You're going to draw a circle. So I'll just show you a rough diagram of it, and you can definitely have a particular one using scale, using your protractor, using compass to draw the circle. So what we will do is, just see, we will draw a circle, right, of any radius. I'm just showing you a rough sketch of it. So first angle would be 160 degrees. Suppose this is 160 degrees. Okay. The next one is, so it is OAB, right? So what we are doing is, keeping the base as OA, we have drawn an angle of 160 degrees. Then 60 degrees we have to make. Suppose this is 60 degrees. So this we will mark as 60 degrees, name the point as some other point, C. Then OC as the base we can take, and again 80 degree angle we have to make. Suppose this is 80 degrees. Okay, so we have drawn 80 degrees here. Then we have other two angles, 40 degrees and 20. So suppose this, the greater one is 40 degrees and this one is 20 degrees. So it is going to, look like this, right? Let's have a proper view or a clear view of how pie charts would look like at the end if we make it using all the stationary items that we require it for. So as you can see here, this was a rough sketch of it, and if you use a particular circle and proper lines, the circle will look like as this. So we got 160 degrees, for ordinary bread, that's the greatest part, and 60 degrees we got for biscuits, so it is 60 degrees. Then 80 degrees is for cakes and pastries, that is shown here. Then 40 degrees for fruit breads, and then 20 degrees for others, right? So this is how we actually make pie chart, right? We'll do what? We'll find out fraction. For that we should know the total part, right? We are going to add all the items. That is going to be here 720. In other question it will be some different values. So calculate the total part, right? Divide the whole, right? keep in the denominator the whole part, and in the numerator you write that particular part for ordinary bread, biscuits, for books, notebooks, whatever it will be given in the question. Then you are going to get one fraction. Using that fraction, multiply that fraction with 360 degrees, because we know that complete central angle is 360 degrees. So you are going to multiply 4 upon 9 with 360 degrees, and you are going to get particular angles for that particular item. Clear? Let's move ahead now. Here also, I think this question would definitely be easy for you. Here it is saying that draw a pie chart of the data given below. The time spent by a child during a day. For sleep, 8 hours, right? We have already discussed it. I'm again, framing it in the form of a question and asking you. For sleep, it is 8 hours. For school, it is 6 hours. For homework, 4 hours. For playing, 4 hours. And others, it is 2 hours. So, first of all, we will find what? We will find the fraction. What is the total number of hours that we have? See, 8 plus 6 is 14. Plus 4, it is 18. Plus 4, it is 22. And plus 2, it is 24. So, total are 24 hours in a day. Now, 8 upon 24 will give us 1 upon 3. Right? This would be the fraction. 6 upon 24 will give us 1 upon 4. Yes. Then, we have 4 upon 24. 1 upon 6. Then, we have 4 upon 24. That is again 1 upon 6. And 2 upon 24. That is 1 upon 12. So these are the fractions that we have got, and if we find the corresponding angles, we will calculate first one as 1 upon 3 of 360 degrees, that comes out as 120 degrees. Then 1 upon 4 of 360 degrees, that we calculate as 90 degrees. Then 1 upon 6 of 360 degrees, that is 60 degrees. Then again 1 upon 6 of 360 degrees, that is 60 degrees, and the last one is 1 upon 12 of 360 degrees, that comes out to be 30 degrees. So we have found out the fraction and the corresponding angles too. Now how do we draw the pie chart? Let's have a rough sketch here. So you are going to draw one circle definitely. So we are going to draw a circle. In that, suppose this is the center and this OA is the radius shown. Any radius you can take, right? So first of all 120 degrees we have to form. So here it will be 90 somewhere, and you are going to use your protractor, make an angle of 120 degrees like it. Right? Now, keeping OB as the center, take your protractor and make an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, suppose this is 90 degrees. This is C part. Then it is 60 degrees. Suppose this is 60 degrees. Okay. Then again we have 60 degrees. So this is also 60 degrees, and the last one is 30 degrees. So you are going, I am just drawing it roughly. You are going to use proper scale, your pencils or pen, whatever you want to use. Then you are going to use your pencil, you are going to use your scale, you are going to use your protractor, your compass for drawing the circle, and circle can be of any radius. It's better to make a bit larger one so that the data is completely viewable and understandable to the examiner whenever you attempt such kind of questions, right?